It's games like Alienation that make me wonder why the developer Housemarque isn't a name that is in the memory banks of gamers. With games like Super Stardust HD, Dead Nation, and Resogun already on their list of hits, it's surprising that Sony hasn't made them an offer to make them exclusive to PlayStation, or at least that we know of. Then again, with their pedigree of games, they don't really need to. Alienation keeps their track record going, and I enjoyed the hell out of this shooter. Alienation most resembles Dead Nation in the sense of the third-person isometric view and the twin-stick shooting aspect. One of the great things about Dead Nation was its attention to detail when it came to city roaming, but Alienation, while still graphically well-rendered, doesn't have as much detail per se. It doesn't necessarily have to with its plot and setting, as the human race has not been faring well with the constant alien threat. And you will be venturing into a lot of deserted areas. Having said that, Alienation has no graphical or frame rate issues that could be seen, and some of the smoke effects are some of the best out there. And when a horde of aliens come in, there is no lag regardless of how many there are on the screen at once. There are customizable classes that will keep you experimenting with the game, a solo campaign as well as the drop-in, drop-out online multiplayer, the ability to earn XP that can be used to upgrade active and passive abilities, weapon looting at its finest, and finding upgrades for them. Not only are those aspects great, there is an invasion mode where you can hunt down other players or even aid them during the invasion. The experience points you earn is from killing aliens and completing stages, but the amount of experience in each stage depends on your difficulty level, rookie, professional, and veteran. I'll be the first to admit it. I do not head straight into the higher difficulties, but as I went deeper into the campaign, it occurred to me that I could level grind like crazy in stages I had already cleared, but only in veteran campaigns instead. That's the beauty with this game. It will make you the more casual gamer want to try to beat themselves by taking on a harder challenge one way or the other. Not only that, but when you beat the campaign, there are still randomly generated bosses and campaign levels, and a new Game Plus mode that unlocks new things. The replay factor is off the charts. The story, while not stellar, is fine for this type of game. Normally I would take issue with that due to my love of story. But even though the story is okay at best, you probably won't even notice it for the most part because all the chaos going on. It's one of those tricky situations for gamers who look for story. You want one, but you can't really complain about there being a lack of one if you aren't listening anyways. The soundtrack is good as well, as I found it somewhat reminiscent of Halo. In per usual Housemarque fashion, there are leaderboards, but even more so, it's broken down by country again, and you might find yourself looking at your country's kill numbers grow every second. The real elephant in the room is that there's no local co-op, even though it was originally stated that there would be at first. This isn't new since Dead Nation was the same way and eventually got local co-op, but the developers realized this, and stated that they would be updating the game. Hopefully we will see this come to fruition soon. Alienation is a colorful cavalcade of chaos on screen as you and hopefully 3 others take on hordes of aliens. You can get through the game mode by yourself, but the charm of the game is when others join the fight to lessen the burden. Gamers will come for the shooting, but will stay for the carnage and the XP you get along the way, and have the mildest player trying their luck in previous stages with harder difficulties. Not only to test their ability, but to get upgrades as well. Alienation is a must-have twin-stick shooter for the PS4, and I am willing to bet you will agree. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to play some and continue to tell myself that this is the last stage today. But it probably won't be. I'm Brian Dole with the nuGame Network. Please check us out at www.nugame.net for more reviews, articles, and even podcasts. Thank you, I'm Brian, and I'm out.